stick the guns to them to finish the job. Beef is not what Jay said, but nah.
What's up, y'all? It's your boy Green in front of Fat Flight. Good. Me and my boy Tristan, we up here, man, continuing the coverage of Occupy Cal. So come on, we're gonna walk towards the campus right now, and see if we can find a few people to see what's going on today. I'm making my way through Occupy Cal in Berkeley, California right now. I'm on the Cal campus in Berkeley, California, and I'm just taking it all in. Hello. Colorful people. Say I love 40radio.com. Thank you, lady. I love 40radio.com. Can you give me some feedback on what I'm looking at here, man?
Yeah, you're looking at a sculpture that represents sort of the metaphorical inevitable extinction of the undemocratic administration, and it also kind of represents the ferocity of the ways of the means they've been using to subdue the protests violently.
Right. You see this? This is the blood of the monstrosity. You know, the Cal students are up here putting it down with ferocity. Wow.
Look at this monstrosity. The flesh of the monstrosity, you understand me? Your boy Green from 40 Radio. And I'm here, man. I'm here with these Cal students. You understand me? And we mean business today. Business. What's that? The blood of the monstrosity.
Each one teach one. The little Bobby Hutton literacy campaign. And that is Melvin, Mr. Melvin Dixon himself. Hey, I'm Green.
Remember me, man? Green. Yeah, we're 40 Radio, man.
Right, man. So what's going on here today, Melvin?
Well, you know, this is just this is part of the development of the occupation. The expansion, I think. That's what I see. Students getting involved. Now it's going into the neighborhoods and stuff like that.
Right.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Right. Each one teach one.
Each one teach one. That's why we out here.
You feel me?
That's why we can step up.
A very necessary entity.
We can step into this void.
Right, man. And, I'm glad to see you here, man. You know.
We have to look at the expansion of the occupation movement because this is a part of it, I see. And I see this as a continuation of what the Black Panther Party started up in terms of goals and what its goals was to eliminate poverty, eliminate discrimination, eliminate police brutality, all those things that is in our face today. So it's still here. We still have a job to do. But I think it's amazing to see the continuation in this manner because I think it's a global situation, and I think this is the party made that a point 45 years ago. The class struggle, the party made that a point 45 years ago, and this is just the expansion because now everybody begin to see that they're in the same boat.
Right.
Because 45 years ago, they didn't see it that way. You know, people didn't see this as a class issue. You know, when the party was pointing this out, because the Black Panther Party began not only point it out, we began to implement programs to address that. So our first program was Police Alert Patrol. I think people would remember that probably most of all. And our free breakfast program that went right along with it came right behind that. But the Police Alert Patrol, if we look at the situation today, when we look at all the attacks against members of low-income communities, not just the black community, but throughout, poor people are under attack, you know, all the way across the board. So we see a need for the goals and principles of the Black Panther Party today. I think it, as I say, is relevant. And that's why we out here.
Right on. And to my left right here is the famous...
I'm going to get you in a second, bro.
Davey D.
What's up, fam? How you doing?
What's up, man?
I'm good.
So, what's your take on all this, Dave?
This is,
This is something that you have to participate in. First of all, I went to school here. I've been here when they had the apartheid struggles. I've been here for the affirmative action struggle. This is a continuum, justice for all. And of course, I'm going to support this. I came down here to document, to talk to people, share my wisdom and ideas, and learn a few things.
Right on, man. And I'm happy to see you here today, man.
So what's up, you guys? It's Green from 40radio.com. Wrapping up, you know, my coverage of Occupy Cal in Berkeley, California today. It's been an eventful day. I've actually met and talked to a lot of people, you know, and I've gotten different views and things like that. And, you know, and I think I'll come back tomorrow and continue the coverage of Occupy Cal in Berkeley, California. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Green from 40 Radio, pressing on with my coverage of Occupy Cal in Berkeley, California. The news cameras are present, the law enforcement is present, you know, tensions are high. There's an eerie feeling of, you know, no one knows what to expect, you know what I mean? Anything could happen. Hope nothing happens, you know, but let's go. Let's see if we can get someone to talk to, man. Coverage of what's going on of all kinds. We're brand new. You're a rapper who needs you, man. You know, so we've been on the air for a month now. It's been radio stations like Pandora and others of all kinds. So this is get the video over and let's get some of my lyrics. All right, let's see what's going to make sure that you all network. Hey, you see that? It's your boy Green, man. We actively continuing our coverage of Occupy Cal, but, you know, at the same time, you know, we are in a campaign for independent artists, man, and what better place to do it? Cal Berkeley. Green from 40 Radio here at Occupy Cal in Berkeley, California. Talking to a guy that I met here. He's come from out of town to support this movement, man. Tell the people who you are, bro.
My name is A.R. Armand from Occupy Santa Ana down there in Orange County. And I came up here. My sister goes to this university, you know, it's world-renowned university. And after seeing that video of how the police brutally harmed those kids when they were just peacefully locking arms together, you know, I had to come up here and make sure, of course, my sister was okay, but also I'm in solidarity with this movement, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And, you know, Occupy Santa Ana, actually, we deal with a lot of the stuff that Occupy Oakland is doing. This is an impoverished community with, you know, a large minority base, you know what I mean, population, we're like an 85% plus Hispanic population. We deal with gentrification. Chase Bank is buying 40% of our properties, trying to move us all to exclude the poor people to more dangerous and just, you know, unsafe environments. And I'm over here to preach against this, and this Occupy movement is all about that and then some, you know, against police brutality and everything, you know. So I'm over here in solidarity with Oakland, especially, you know, from LA right here, you know. I'm from LA, representing Occupy Santa Ana, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, this ain't a gang. My man came from way from LA.
Yeah, Greyhound, only 9 hours Greyhound ride.
On a Greyhound.
Yeah, she didn't even know I was coming.
After he saw that video, I heard that. Man, that's powerful, bro. I feel you, bro. I'm feeling that, man. What's up, y'all? It's Green here, continuing my coverage of Occupy Cal in Berkeley, California. And I've met a guy who has a story that he needs to tell.
Definitely. How you guys doing today? My name is Robert Slaughter, and you know, for those of you guys that don't know me, my name is constantly in the news because of what happened on the night of Wednesday, the 9th of November. That night, what happened to me while I was standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters at UC Berkeley. I currently come from St. Mary's. I'm a senior in political science. I came here to show those solidarity and support. What happened was one of the officers basically pulled me, singled me out of the crowd or whatever. Next thing I know, I'm basically enslaved in like the circle of cops, and I'm arrested. soon as I'm arrested, 4 or 5 other officers come in, they start stomping on me, they start stepping on me, kick me in the side, beat me brutally with the baton. One officer took his baton, basically started stabbing me in the side of my ribs. After that, one officer jumped on top of my neck and put his knee to my neck, and then he starts to put his hands around my neck and starts to strangle and choke me. And every time I tell him, you're choking me or whatever, he does it even harder. You know, I was not resisting arrest. I told those guys 3 times, you know, I'm not resisting your arrest or whatever, but they continued to violently brutalize me and basically just inhumanely beat the hell out of me. And then after that, you know, they basically summed me off to Oakland County Jail, and then from there, I was put in Santa Rita, basically for demanding and protesting our educational rights and standing in solidarity with our brothers and sisters at UC Berkeley.
They made you a political prisoner.
Yeah.
And they still practicing that, man.
Definitely.
You know, we have some serious issues here today, y'all, you know, that need to be addressed. We tired of it, man. It's enough is enough, man. You know, so everyone at home, there's something that you can do. If you are unable to get out of your home for whatever reason, if you're unable to come out here, there is a way that you can get involved. And your boy Green, I'm going to investigate, and I'm going to get you all of those resources, man. I'm going to shoot you guys in the right direction, believe that.
But I'm here because I'm angry. I am angry that on Wednesday night, I went to bed being inspired at 3 in the morning that 1,000+ people in Berkeley had inspired the world by the student Occupy movement emerging on the scene. That as the winter gets cold and people are getting pushed out of the occupation, that the police have been attacking us, but they attack poor people and black people and Latino people and homeless people and veterans who are homeless every day on the street. I woke up and went to bed inspired at what had happened. But what happened 2 days later? 2 days later, I woke up with an email, thanks to my comrades and friends here, to find out that Rob had been in jail for 2 fucking days. And I woke up angry that they pulled one of my comrades, a new leader in this movement who was speaking out. They pulled him out and they singled him out. They asked him fucked up questions about whether or not he's in a gang, whether or not he's been arrested, whether he's whatever bullshit. And they kept him in jail for 2 days, and most of us did not know about it. So I'm here to speak out and to say we need to build a multiracial movement. We need to take on racism in every single form, every single time it appears. Because if we are united, they will not be able to defeat us. And this week we've seen some major defeats. The police went in with almost 1,000 people to bust down Oakland, Occupy. Last night, they went in the middle of the night, the same way that they kill innocent people and poor people and put them to death in this country that still has a death penalty. They kill them shamelessly in the middle of the night. The police are also coming in shamelessly in the middle of the morning when working people aren't there. They are shutting down the transit systems to keep people to come in solidarity with us. So we have to step up our game, friends. We have to build a multiracial movement. We have to bring in as many people as possible. We have to fight evictions. The few victories that we have had actually have been fighting evictions against African-American people whose homes are being stolen from them, like the brother here talked about. We have to step up our game. And so I'm here in solidarity with Bob. I'm here in solidarity with all of you. This movement is inspiring, but we need to take this to a whole other level because they are coming after us right now, and the world is looking at what happens to Berkeley today. So let's speak out with Rob. Let's fight for him. Let's make sure those charges are dropped, and let's build a multiracial movement. Thank you.
And redeem our dollars with gold. Can we do that anymore? No. What's the price of gold now? Almost $2,000. It's gone up $600 an ounce. It's gonna keep rising, and it's gonna keep rising as long as we have bailouts, as long as we have monetary easing, as long as our government keeps spending our money. Every dollar the government takes in federal taxation is another dollar that they spend. Every time they spend money, that's your money.
But it's not what they said to nod. People from the working folks can't find jobs. So they trying to find niggas to rob, trying to find bigger guns for them to finish the job. Beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not beef is not beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not beef is not beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not what Jay said to nod. Beef is not what Jay said to nod. when the working folks can't find jobs. Beef is when the working folks can't find jobs. Beef is when the 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 working folks can't find jobs. Beef is when the working folks can't find jobs. Beef is when the working folks can't find jobs. Beef is when the beef is when the beef is when the beef is when the working folks can't find jobs.
And prosperity is on the horizon in the next year. Yeah, corporate profits are up, but they make money at the expense of human beings, so what good is that?